Good morning, friends. I'm out in the barnyard first thing in the morning. Let everybody out of their house. They seem more thirsty than hungry this morning. Still using the top of the coop for crazy roosters. This one didn't hurt anybody last night, but he was hiding. He had a nice little hole that he was hiding in. So he must have been the one getting picked on. And he seems really happy up there. So unfortunately, that is the ducks part of the house. So the ducks are stuck at the bottom with the crazy roosters. I found a whole bunch of duck eggs in there yesterday. I was so pleased. The roosters had unburied them. It's so funny. I seen a rooster sitting there and I'm like, what are you doing? He was sitting on the eggs. I wonder if it was a hen in another life or something. But yeah, this rooster seems perfectly happy, and I'm going to have to use the upstairs for a while till I don't have any scared or aggressive roosters. But this morning, nobody's showing any aggressive behavior. It's warm enough to unplug the red light. That might be increasing their aggression, so... It was mentioned when I did research that it is possible that the red light would. My husband says no because of the type of light it is, but it's red. So, I mean, red. I think my newest tin here is coming into heat, and that's what's causing the aggression. Did you just see that? Somebody's like, hey, I want you, babe. That guy there. I am looking forward to fertile eggs from this little girl, though, because I want to do another hatching, and at this point, I don't have anybody to get hatching eggs from another line. I did request some. We had an ad up for white roosters to rehouse them, and the lady that came and got one of our roosters does breed for color, and she does show, and she taught me a lot about, you know, what to look for in a good show bird. That's how I know that our newest baby is a show bird. But she was supposed to help us get some eggs. She has a lot of silkies and a lot of different colors. She probably has all of them. And she is breeding for color and show. I was hoping to get some eggs from her, but I don't know what happened. She kind of fell off. So I didn't get my hatching eggs this year. So hopefully this little gray hen will be fertile and give us some hatching eggs. And we have duck eggs that are fertile. I need to separate the ducks from the chickens here pretty soon so that we can sell some hatching eggs from our little ducks. We only have one drake, so... You know, I don't know if he's able to process all 4 hens, or whatever you call a female duck. But he sure is trying. So we'll see. I think that might be why these ducks are needing their space lately. Yesterday I had the ducks in the open part of the barnyard. Well, open meaning it's not in here. It's still covered. So the ducks stayed separate from the chickens all day yesterday, and they loved it. They got so dirty. That's what they do all day. They make mud and they get dirty. I put straw in the house, and we have cat carrier out here that all the birds like. I put straw in there because this morning, actually, I missed the eggs last night when I put them to bed. But they're laying eggs in there. They're laying eggs in there. They're laying eggs at the bottom of the chicken house or barnyard house. They are sharing. I raked out the straw from that area that's enclosed for now. I raked that out where the duck water was. It was wet. The ground's frozen. Yesterday I threw birdseed out before I put straw down. But the ground's frozen. So the straw helps with their little tender feet, which are obviously not that tender, but you know, they can get frostbite. So the straw helps. Clean water. They give themselves a bath in the morning, but in the afternoon the water will be filthy and the ducks will be filthy. But look at him now, better. That's better. But later you won't be able to tell. I do appreciate these little mini warm-ups that we get. Take my gloves off for a minute. So I gotta search better over here for eggs tonight when I put the birds to bed. Because if they freeze, they're no good. So the couple eggs I found out here this morning, I doubt are any good. How'd straw get up there? That's interesting. But brought my blue spruce in off the deck. It's not getting any sun because our deck's on the north side of the house. So the big tall building is blocking the sun on the north side on our deck. So blue spruce came out here to get some sunshine. The sun is scheduled to come out at least once this week. I'll take it. Do. I'm gonna go to greenhouse 1. So I can just leave that unzipped and they can get in and out of there fine by themselves now because they're used to it. The best of both worlds. Choices. I gave my pansy a trim. Duck damage was hanging up. It was doing pretty good, really. All year this pansy did awesome, and I started this pansy in a milk jug last year, and I have some started for this coming season, but the ducks damaged it. It was doing really great. It was blooming. I loved it, but it's coming back, as is, you know, most things. I have smaller milk jug for some, I have plum, pear, peach seeds. So you have to figure out this lid fits this. So this is the pear. Where'd the peach go? I didn't label the peach, but I remember it. I'll label it now. Peach. Peach is in here. It was refrigerated in dirt for a couple of months as requested by the Google people who start trees from seed, from food, from the grocery store. I pre-moistened the dirt in the half-gallon milk jug. I found the seed. It's right there. I don't want to bury it too deep. When I put them in the jar, the soil was pre-moistened. The seed went in, I buried it, and then refrigerated it. So this is the next step for me. My method. 2 half-gallons were cheaper than a gallon of milk, so I have one more of these and I have one more tree. I will plant this way after I drink the milk. 42 degrees. The heat is not running, so it must be set for 40-ish. I've got the small heater running again instead of the big one. the power went off for like 15 seconds, came back on. When I woke up in the morning, the clock by my bed was blinking, which is okay. I know what that means. Power went out. But it came right back on. So that was the end of that. And then when I came outside, I realized my greenhouse was frozen. The sun was out, so it was 40 in here, but the heat wasn't on. And the big heater's 50. It keeps this at 50. Somewhere between 50 and 60, that heat goes off. But when the power goes off, the heat will not come back on. You have to come outside and reset it, which we now know because we have a generator. So if we're using the generator, we have to come back out here and reset the heater. Because I was sleeping and didn't know till morning, there wasn't anything I could do about it. It is what it is. The greenhouse froze. Things were damaged, but it's not bad. You know, I can't even tell you how many times this has happened to me since I've owned the greenhouse. I just am careful what I put in here now in the winter. It was heartbreaking the first time. I lost basil and tomatoes and some, you know, it was minor losses, but, you know, the little apple tree was too small. It was just a little sprout. It didn't make it. But, you know, now I'm kind of hardened off as to the little losses, and I look more at the bigger picture and what's doable and what's not doable. That's why I have so many tropicals in my living room and kitchen. Passion flower is still okay to be out here. They can freeze and come back. I did a lot of Googling because I'm not new now, but I mean, I started out new with passion flowers. I had no idea what I was doing. Couldn't get the seeds to sprout. So years later, I have my own seeds that I grew from my own passion flowers that are coming out here soon.